is my first YouTube video. I'm a little nervous. I'm not even gonna front. I'm pretty nervous. Like, YouTube is something I've always wanted to do, but the introvert in me really didn't want to put myself out there like this. Like, this is different. But I'm gonna roll with it. So I'm coming on here today because I want to talk about my weight loss journey. I want to talk about what I've overcame and how I've gotten to where I'm at now. I have a lot of good friends that ask me, what I do, how I did it, because they've seen me, they've seen my journey, they've seen where I've come from start to beginning. And I'm sorry, no, I don't want to say, I take that back. They've seen where I've come from me being unhealthy to me building my health back up. And I'm ready to share it. I'm probably gonna put some pictures in here because I want y'all to really see what I'm talking about, so y'all can get an understanding of what I've been through and what I'm doing to cope and to help and to help wake up other people to something as serious as this. So my health problem started when I was young. There was a point in my life when I was young. I was probably about 11, 12 years old. And I remember I was in middle school and I was getting really bad stomach aches. Like, they were pretty bad. They were to the point where my stomach would hurt for a good 30 minutes and I'd be throwing up. And it would be constant every day. And I didn't know what was going on. My mother didn't know what was going on. She would take me to doctors and ask, can you check on my daughter and stuff like that. And they would tell her, oh, she's got the flu. It's the flu. She got a stomach bug. They couldn't really give a precise answer as to what was going on. And I would tell my mom that I don't got a flu. It's not no stomach bug. Like, something's just not right. Every time I eat, I threw up. And it was uncomfortable. It was very uncomfortable. It was a pain in my stomach that was so deep and sharp that I was on the floor in fetal position all the time. So it took to the point where my mother took me into the doctor and she said that it was to the point where my mother took me into the doctor and she pretty much said, look, we done brought my daughter in so many times. If something's not right, like, y'all need to really just take this serious. It's time to take this serious. My daughter's in pain. So they finally did an ultrasound on my stomach. And upon them doing an ultrasound on my stomach, they found out that I had stones in my gallbladder. Stones are accumulated from buildup, from my gallbladder not working properly. It wasn't secreting the bile that it needed to. I'm sorry, my liver was supposed to be secreting bile, and my gallbladder it wasn't doing what it needed to do. Don't quote me on anything. You can look up what a gallbladder is, what stones in a gallbladder is. My gallbladder wasn't doing what it needed to do. So, because I don't really want to get into the detail of everything. You guys can look it up. I love Google. Okay, I love doing my research. So I had stones in my gallbladder, so the doctor recommended surgery, which I don't think was necessarily necessary, because I've looked up videos now, after the fact, that they could have done other things to help me, rather than straight up taking my gallbladder. So they took a major organ from me when I was I think I was only 12. I was about 12 years old and I had a major organ gone. All because of the way I ate, but I didn't know that at the time. My mother knew, and she encouraged me to change my diet, but I'm a preteen. I ate what I wanted to eat pretty much. You know what I mean? Y'all know. So, I didn't take it serious. I didn't take my health serious. I didn't take the fact that my major organ was missing, because I was young and naive. I didn't know myself. I didn't know my body. I didn't really even care, honestly, because I thought that the food that they're putting out is what we're supposed to be eating. You know what I mean? So as time goes on, I believe it was like just a few more years down the road, my stomach was fine, you know, after my gallbladder had been removed. So I was doing great, you know, what I thought was great. And then one night I remember waking up and I was coughing, gasping for air, felt like I was choking, and it felt like my throat was closing up. And this would happen not every day, but it would happen every once in a while, and it would happen when I was sleeping, and I would wake up gasping for air, and that was the most scariest thing. So I told my mother immediately, because after the first time it was just like, okay, you know, I was probably just choking on my spit or something. You know they say spiders go in your mouth. I didn't think it was serious, so I just, you know, whatever. So anyways, so yeah, after a few times that happened, I was like, okay, no, this ain't right either. So I went and I told my mother, and she pretty much took me back to the doctor and said, look, there's something going on with my daughter. And at this point, she was not playing it. She was not having it. Whenever I told my mother there was something wrong, she got on it. You know what I mean? She didn't let the doctors really try to overstep what she's saying. So after her demanding that they really check it out, they did an ultrasound on my throat, and they seen how swollen my throat was. And I had to get transferred over to a specialist, and the specialist had eventually diagnosed me with Hashimoto's disease, also known as thyroid disease, and specifically I had hypothyroidism. Now with the hypothyroidism, it means that my thyroid was underactive. My thyroid wasn't producing enough hormone, which in return the results weren't good. It was throwing my whole body off. It was even to the point where it was causing me to choke at night, and that's serious. My mood was off. I would have really bad mood swings. My period was, I know it's TMI, but hey, my period was terrible. Very heavy flow. I was sick all the time. I was tired, sluggish all the time. I could sleep. You guys are my friends. I would go over to my one friend's house, and you know, we'd be chilling, and I'd just go to sleep. I'd be asleep for like 2-3 hours and wake back up. And it wasn't because that's what I wanted to do. It's because my body was just like shutting down. And I had no clue, you know, as to what to do. So I end up, once I got diagnosed though, my mom had put me on, well, the doctors had put me on a thyroid medication to help, and it was no help. It wasn't help at all. I didn't really feel a difference, and that's because it wasn't the pills that was supposed to help. It was more or less the way I was eating, because I was still eating processed foods. I was still eating my snacks. I was still eating heavy meats, heavy dairy. Like, it wasn't okay. I wasn't treating my body right, so in return my body was reacting to it. My body was shutting down. And it wasn't until I moved out of my mother's house and had my son that I realized that I needed to get my health right. And that day that I found out that it's time, I was sitting in the bed. My boyfriend was at work. I was with my son, and I couldn't close my mouth. It sounds weird, like when you close your mouth, like, you know, your teeth, like you're just chilling. My mouth, I couldn't close my mouth. Like, my tongue was over my teeth. My tongue was so swollen that it was sitting over top of my teeth, so I couldn't close my mouth, and it was uncomfortable because it would hurt when I would try to close my mouth because my tongue was in the way. And from there, I'm just like, something's not right. So of course, you know, I went on Google. You know, Google gotta tell you the extreme stuff first. But after doing extensive research, I realized that I didn't even feel right. And then my tongue, and then I have pictures. I'm gonna show y'all these pictures, and don't judge me, y'all. I done been through it. You can see in the picture where I don't look healthy. I didn't feel healthy. You know, I just knew something wasn't right. And at that moment, after doing my research and realizing that this don't feel right, I don't feel good, and I got a kid that I gotta take care of, and I need this energy to be able to take care of my kid and provide him with his best life, I needed to do something ASAP. So my boyfriend had came home, and I told him that we are straight up going vegan. You know, he wasn't really that happy with it. He was just like, vegan, like what? You know, he didn't give me pushback on it, but he was just like, yeah, nah, like I still like my chicken, you know, I gotta get my wings in every once in a while and stuff. So you know, that it was hard, but it was definitely worth that transition. But I remember the first vegan thing I made was a vegan chili, and boy, that joint was hitting. It was so good. It was so good. Like, my chili was on point. And then from that moment, I was just like, dang, I could be a vegan. I could eat some fruit and vegetables every day. For straight up, like, it wasn't bad at all. And I felt good eating it because I knew that what I was giving my body was the stuff that it needed, you know? So it felt good to make that first step. So once we started doing the vegan chili, I was doing the chili for probably about, like, I was wearing it out. It was so good, but it was good. I was wearing it out though. I was doing the chili for like a week straight. And from there we was just like, okay, we can do this. Let's do, you know, the fruits and veggies, and straight up cut out meats, and we'll only do meats on Monday. So for a month we did that. Once we really started, because you know, transitioning to vegan, you got to do research on what your body needs, and what you need to eat in order to have energy and stuff like that. So after us doing a lot of research, we end up finding out about Dr.Sebi. Now, Dr.Sebi, rest in peace, Dr.Sebi. That man changed my way of thought. It was to the point where I was done watching a video by Dr.Sebi and Brother Play, good video. I was in my kitchen going through my cupboards, throwing food, like food I haven't even opened, out. And I know it may sound wasteful and stuff like that, but at that point in my life, the way I felt, how sluggish and just low and disgusted, I felt like I was dying, y'all. Like I really felt like I was dying. I felt it. Like I would get heat flashes, dizzy. It was bad. So the way I was feeling, I didn't even care if any of that food went. And I definitely wasn't about to donate it to nobody else, because this is the reason why I'm in this situation now. So I was throwing that shit out, okay? So so yeah, I was just, you know, packing that stuff up, throwing it out in the trash. And anything that had MSG in it, any type of ingredient that wasn't whole or non-hybrid, I was throwing it out, because it was just a complete turn off to the fact that these scientists, the FDA, just the government, these companies, they're pumping out all these fake nutrient enriched foods that really aren't doing nothing for our bodies. And once we straight up cut out that food, we noticed a world of difference, and that is why we are where we are right now. And honestly, all because of me being vegan, it has changed a lot in my life. Not only the way I look, the way I feel, my thought process. You know, I'm not thinking the same I was when I was eating meat. You know what I mean? Eating processed foods, because I wasn't putting brain food into my body. You know what I mean? So I wasn't being mindful of what I was doing outside of my body, in my physical area. So it showed. I did a lot of reflecting during my weight loss journey. It was hard. It was hard. I got emotional. You know, there's times where I'm just like, I wanted to be like, F this, I'm going back, you know. And there's times where I have went back and ate something with some cheese on it or something, you know. Like, nobody's perfect, but the fact is, you gotta try, you gotta want that. And after what, it's been, we went vegan in beginning of 2018, like beginning, December 2019, and we said in January we was gonna be vegan. So January 2019, we switched to vegan, and we haven't looked back. So it's been a long road, and it's only been 2 years. It's only been 2 years, but it's rewarding. You know, I lost majority of my weight. I can say I've lost majority of my weight when I switched over to alkaline. Vegan and alkaline, two different things. Vegan and plant-based, two different things, you know, because you got vegans that now more and more every day they're starting to come out with vegan processed snacks for us, sweets, you know, to accommodate us, which I'm not complaining about, because every once in a while I like my snacks. I'm human. I like snacks. I make mistakes, you know, but my thing is I'm trying to better myself, because I know my health wasn't the best. I lost a major organ, so I know I got to stay on top of myself more than somebody who has all their organs. So but like I was saying, they came out with a lot of different snacks and things like that, vegan snacks, which aren't really good. Some of them have more whole grain and, you know, natural mineral food and vegetables and stuff that they put into the food, but some of it is still processed with a whole bunch of chemicals and what do you call those, to help the food last longer, so, and the shelf life to last longer and stuff. So a lot of vegan food still has that. So, and when we were vegan, we were eating the Beyond Meat, we were eating the snacks and the cheeses and the pizzas and stuff. So, you know, we weren't fully plant-based. We were trying to curb that appetite for meat still at that point, because like I said, food is addicting. It's addicting as hell. And I've realized that from this journey, not just a weight loss journey, from this life journey of changing up the way I eat, not only for my health, but for the way the world is, for my kids, you know, the food is addicting. It's straight up a drug, and it's not right that these companies are pushing and pumping this food out here, but this is America. I mean, it sucks. It's really unfortunate, but till then we gotta make do what we got and continue to be our better selves. But from what I was saying, you know, once we cut out the vegan snacks and being vegan and went straight up, followed the alkaline diet, and you can look up Dr.Sebi's list, his food list, his alkaline diet, and that's what we eat. We make food variations based off of that list, and incorporate that in our everyday lives. Excuse me. So there's a big difference, but you know, for anybody that wants to, for anybody that, you know, wants to make a change, wants to know where to start, if they don't know where to start, what we did was we opened our eyes. We forced ourselves to look at the truth. The food that they putting out here is BS. We love ourselves, you know, we are beautiful human beings. Look at us. We're here, you know. They're putting this stuff out here for a reason. We got to do better every day. We just got to take that step to do better, you know. And you'll see results. You'll see results. You'll feel good not only on the outside, but you'll feel good on the inside, mentally, physically, spiritually, all that. So I pray that you guys, that this video helped. You know, it's nice being able to share my story and the way I feel, because I feel like it needs to be put out there. It's important for us to know this stuff is serious. So I hope this helped. That was my weight loss journey. I'm gonna put in some pictures and stuff. I don't really give sizes, because I wasn't, when transitioning with this journey, at first I was all about weight, but as time went on, I noticed that the way I felt outweighed my weight. As long as I felt good in what I was eating and how I was feeling every day from what I was eating, I didn't care about my weight, and that weight dropped like it was nothing. It dropped. I can say that I was at a good 230 pounds. I was pretty big. I had my son, because I remember when, it was 230 pounds. It was after my son. I was eating really bad, and as of right now, and what month are we in? October of 2020, I'm down to 130. I'm down to 130, you know, and that's years of weight, okay, you know, that this was years of me eating unhealthy and that weight falling off. Nothing's just gonna happen drastically, but you do notice a difference, and you know, I'm satisfied with my results. I still got a long ways to go, but I'm satisfied. And even, you know, and listen, y'all, I didn't work out. I'm gonna be 100% with y'all. I worked out when I could. Once I got pregnant with my daughter, it kind of slowed down. And it's funny because I really started going hard in the gym right before I found out I was pregnant. And then my daughter, you know, I was sick and tired my first trimester, and I threw a lot off. So, and then I was going to school and stuff too, hair school. So my schedule kind of got thrown off. But even before then, up to now, wasn't really working out that much. It wasn't a schedule, you know. And I still dropped the weight. You know, working out is beneficial because you do, once you start eating good, you get that energy, you know, to want to do more, to be out more, to be active. And that's all you need right there, is that boost. You know, every day I'm working on getting better and wanting to be out more outside, getting my vitamin D. You know, the more I learn about what my body needs, I want to provide for my body. So yeah, so that's pretty much my story. You know, I switched over from being a meat eater to alkaline, and with very minimal workout, and I feel good. I look good. My confidence is back. I feel like my world has expanded. I don't feel so enclosed and like a prisoner in my own body. It sounds really weird, but I don't feel like that anymore. I feel free. I feel like I can do what I need to, you know, not necessarily do whatever the hell I want and go buck wild out here, but I feel like I'm given a second chance to get my life right for myself and for my kids. You feel me? Because our kids are our future. Let's be straight up. We're building up this world for our kids, for the next generation. And I don't know about y'all, these health problems scared me. Okay, now as an adult, they scared me, and they still scare me, because nobody should have to go through this. So that's the goal, to make sure our kids are good, our kids are eating healthy, and our kids are in their right minds, because the food dictates a lot. Food dictates a lot. And I'm telling you guys this all out of love, light, and peace, okay? So I love you guys. Thank you for letting me share my story. This is my first video. I'm so hyped to post this. Like, I'm gonna be all over social media. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I got more to come. So yeah, let me know how you feel about this video, because you know, this was different, but I enjoyed it. So thank you guys for watching. Bye.